Stayed in the game at the end there, but fractions count. What did you make of the performance?
Well, I think we're just unlucky today. I don't see why Leicester should win this game except for a shot in the top corner from out of nothing. I think we controlled excellent the counter-attacks. I think we controlled the strikers, midfield, excellent. We did not allow one chance, not a half chance, nothing. And then in finals, it's little key moments. We had maybe a sure goal with Azpilicueta, and I think somebody deflects it right in front of him in first half. We were a bit too hectic in decision making. We had much space in front of their line of defense, and had many situations, 3 against 3, 2 against 2. Were a bit hectic in our decision. In second half, we had total control. Concede a goal from out of absolutely nothing, and then we have a big save from Schmeichel, and we have a very narrow decision for offside. So altogether, it's super unlucky. It can happen in football. If it happens in a final, it feels not good. We are disappointed, but there's no need to be angry on anybody.
What effect does this have on Tuesday night's game? Do you have to lift your players?
Ask me on Tuesday, I don't know.
But in terms of the psychological impact, you lose again against rivals.
Ask me on Tuesday after the match. I don't know.
Did you get the focus and desire that you wanted from the players today?
Today, absolutely. We wanted a bit too much. We were a bit too hectic. We found excellent spaces. Decision making in the offensive line was not so good like we normally can do. We could have had, even after ball wins, we were a bit too straight. We wanted it a bit too quick, the decisive passes. But I'm not angry at them. We're still learning, and it's a final. It's first time with spectators, so it was not the calmest way to maybe create a bit more chances. But I think we had more chances than Leicester, and we deserved to score. And for me, it's much more a 1-0 for us than for them. But this can happen in football, and then you accept it. Once you enter a final, there's no guarantee that you win the final, and from there you continue.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you very much. Yes, we will send it. Our congratulations to you, Brendan. I mean, that's a wonderful moment for the club, for you, for the fans. You've had a little time to take a breath. Try and put that into words for us, what that means.
It's such an amazing feeling. The FA Cup, of course, for everyone around the world, but in particular for British coaches, is such a special occasion. We've grown up watching it all our life, and to be able to arrive here and play such an amazing team and win the game, and I feel deservingly won the game. It hasn't quite sunk in yet, to be honest.
I saw you set off on a little sprint down the touchline there.
Yeah, just pure excitement.
Yeah, still got it.
And, well, no, you never lose what you never have, Des. But yeah, it's just a sheer emotion, and obviously the nature of the goal as well. It was a classic FA Cup winning goal, and what a strike by Yuri.
If you're going to make history, do it with a fantastic goal like that. He had a fantastic game all round, Tielemans, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got such maturity as a footballer. His view of the game is up there with the very best players, and he still gets so much development. But also must mention Kasper as well. What a save that was! Just he is a world-class goalkeeper. He doesn't get the credit for me that he deserves, because he is so consistent. But it shows his concentration, and it looked in, but he produced an amazing save.
He's genuinely the chip off the block, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But you imagine having to live your life and go through that,
yes,
compared to your father. Yeah. So in his own right, he's a Premier League winner. He's an FA Cup winner, top international goalkeeper, and I'm very, very lucky to have him.
The desire from the Leicester fans was palpable throughout the whole game. That must have driven the players on, and yourself.
Yeah, you get a real sense of the support there. And like you say, when you haven't done what we've done today before, and you've been to 4 finals, just that feeling of emotion and that support. And like I said, we've missed our supporters, like most clubs, but the Leicester City support, and just having them in today, 6,000 people, it felt like a lot more.
A little bit of history for you as well. The last person to win the English Cup and the Scottish Cup, a gentleman called Sir Alex Ferguson. Nice company to be in.
Yeah, well, he obviously was the best. He was incredible, and Yeah, it was my 7th final today, so I was thinking, right, okay, well, don't want to lose that record. So they've won 7 trophies in the in finals. Of course, I'm very proud, but it's more about the club really, and couldn't talk, for the family, for what they've given, and I'm just so pleased for everyone.
It could have gone wrong because the gamble with Johnny Evans didn't quite work out, and that could have upset everything, but you got through.
Yeah, we've done that all season. We've had players, really important players that have been missing for us. So we've had to have innovations throughout the season tactically and be able to change things. And yeah, we knew that if Johnny had to come off, Tim would go back in, and like we were at in some of the other games that we've played. But now Johnny's a colossal player, and just a shame he had to go off.
So what are the orders tonight? No party, straight to bed, get ready for Tuesday night, or?
No, not quite. We'll enjoy it in the changing room. It's a huge game for us on Tuesday, but the success for us, Des, in a club of our size competing against the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool and these teams, the success for us is fighting and being competitive, and we've done that. And people are talking about us, maybe if we drop out of the top 4, it's not been a good season. No, we're fighting with some of the richest clubs in world football, and we're competing, and that's success for a club like Leicester. If we can go on and win like today, it's absolutely amazing. But won't get too carried away. It's an amazing day for everyone. So proud of the club and the team. And now we'll have a look tomorrow at where we're at for Tuesday.
Cheers, Brendan.
Pleasure. Thank you. Okay.
Waited 130 odd years for that. How does it feel?
Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. We've seen with the lads at the end, digging in deep, put everything out on that pitch, and to get the win, it's an unbelievable feeling.
You seem to feed off the fans there.
Yeah, especially towards the end, obviously. Like we said, they were putting a lot of pressure on us towards the end, so defending as we were and just getting little corners, trying to get the fans involved, get them. They like us 12 man when they're with us, you know what I mean? And to have them back in the amount we've got today, sign of things to come hopefully in the future, and it's brilliant to have them back.
The first half was a little bit even, Stephen, cancelled each other out a little bit. You came out in the second half much more aggressive.
Yeah, what we say, especially for the start of the second half, which wanted a quick start. We didn't want to be sloppy. We've done well, like you say, even game in the first half, coming in 0-0, and then coming out in the second half, like you say, on the front foot, and Yuri's goal, thoroughly deserved winner, if you ask me.
Absolutely. And we should pay tribute to your FA Cup story. It started in the preliminary rounds 2007, 14 years ago. You're the only player to have gone through all of the rounds, and now you're walking away with a cup. That's a nice story.
Like I say, it's unbelievable. I can't believe it's happening.
That's the end of the interview.
Congratulations, you have just scored the goal that has won Leicester the FA Cup. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. I think it's amazing. I'm really glad to score the goal and to help the team to win the game. So yeah, it was a really tight game, and to score in the final, but what a goal that was. So I'm really happy for the team and for the fans.
And it wasn't just any old goal, was it either?
Sorry, I can't hear.
And it wasn't just any old goal either, it was pretty special.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, today I got a text message saying that I had to hit for a top corner. I did it, and I'm really happy for it.
What were those scenes like at the end to be a part of? Because it looked pretty special celebrating there with the fans.
Yeah, it's really special. I mean, to have the fans in today is really special. I hope everyone was safe today, and the fans watching us from home and supported us all year through. I hope they are proud of us, and I'm sure they are.
We know what Leicester's owners have done for the club. We saw Top come down and celebrate with you there as well. How special was it to have him as part of that?
Oh, that's amazing for us, really. It's emotional for him and his family, because they built this club towards glory, really, after the Premier League, and now to win the FA Cup for them is amazing, and we will just give everything for this club and for those men that build this club and build the history and his legacy.
And going forward for Leicester now, does this feel like this is the start of something special here? You're in the top 4 at the moment as well?
I think the start was when they won the league. That was when something special started, and we are just building that up, and hopefully we can continue. We have a very important game on Tuesday. If we win, we are hopefully in the Champions League, but then we just have to go again, and now we will enjoy and celebrate, and we'll think about Tuesday later on.
Make sure you enjoy it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Deal with a couple of the others, a few things like that. But, it's all going on.
We know you're not joking, by the way.
No. Like, I love this moment because you're celebrating with your fans and then you go back and you're celebrating with your group and your mates, and I love that moment. I love both, but I loved it back in the dressing room, and then it's like, usually it's where we going, what we're doing.
Who's sorting out the tables?
Who's sorting out
But yeah, you know, this is where the emotions kick in as well, because you can really take in the moment and take in what you've actually achieved. Because again, this is I think it's the 5th final that they've come to.
Right, yeah.
Now the first time they've actually won it. Amazing scenes in there.
Do you know what you do when you walk in after winning a final? Obviously, I didn't win the FA Cup, but I won a couple of other finals. You after all the celebrations and the emotion and the high fives, etc., and the champagne splashing everywhere, you have that moment where you sit in your seat, where you're getting changed, and you slump.
Yeah.
And you take it in. And you look around, you have a little giggle to yourself at people messing about, and you watch other people how they're taking it in. They're the moments that you look back on now when you think about them times, you know what I mean? And then you see people winding up their shorts and their socks and their shirts for memorabilia to keep. Little things that people placing their medals in their pockets, don't want to lose it, putting it around the hooks where their clothes are. Crazy little details like that kitmen and all the kitmen you see sometimes, and the people behind the scenes have their little moment in the corners. It's great to see. It's a beautiful thing.
Do you know what's nice as well? It's the first time you get to call your family.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I won anything, the League Cup was in Cardiff, and then that moment when, because like, you know, you want to win things as a kid, so to ring your parents and just to share it with them, like, and they're so excited for you and so proud. They're nice moments.
I rang my dad and he come and picked me up, but I was a little bit worse for wear.
What, at the stadium?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Was it Leicester? Or was it? Oh, that team was full of people that knew how to enjoy themselves.
Oh, I love it. You never even got away from the stadium. All right, well, let's have a look at the goal then. That means all those emotions are going to be the emotions that those Leicester City players are feeling right now. Wonderful goal, fitting of the day, fitting of the final.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fabulous one moment in the game. I mean, I think it's the only shot on target for Leicester in the game. It was a tremendous strike. Even that he takes it on from that far. He was fabulous in the game, the way he performed today, but the conviction with which he hit this ball. He looks like he's somebody who does this on a regular basis in training, because he takes it on straight away. I mean, like we were talking before, I think Jorginho, this is where one area where I don't like in his game is that he can't get across the ground. He should be the one getting across there. He shouldn't be pointing the defender to get out. If Thiago goes there, he leaves the space for Vardy's in.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about Jorginho, there is holes in his games, and that's one of them. He knew he didn't have the legs to get there, so he's trying to dictate to people around him, and that will always be a frailty. I'm not worried about what he did in the week when he gave the ball away, because that was very rare. But that happens a lot in his game, you know. And I think now Thomas Tuchel, when he's thinking of the Champions League final, Man City, you can't leave for Phil Foden or a Riyad Mahrez as well in that situation. You've got to get out there. You know, I don't want to take nothing away from the strike, but from a Chelsea's performance and a defensive perspective, if you're playing that role, first and foremost, before anything you do with a ball, you've got to stop that happening. And he didn't do it tonight. So Tuchel's got a big decision, not only Tuesday night in the Champions League final. Jorginho's a fabulous player on the ball, but there is holes in his game.
OK, well, let's bring Peter Walton into the conversation, because we just saw a glimpse there of the moment where it looked like there was a potential handball in the build-up to the goal. We have VAR, as the Chelsea fans know full well, because they thought they'd got an equaliser late on, Peter. So did VAR look at that, decide it wasn't an important moment? Explain the decision-making that you think's gone on there.
Well, it's a subjective viewpoint whether or not it was a handball. Personally, I don't think it was a handball. The ball's deflected off Perez's knee and just caught his arm. Now, that's in itself, people may argue is handball. I don't think it was. However, VAR would not have got involved in that incident because the actual goal-scoring opportunity didn't occur immediately. There was a potential handball. There was some 7 seconds or so between that potential handball and the ball hitting the back of the net. That's not immediately, and the law states it's only an offence if a goal-scoring opportunity happens immediately. So good use of VAR.
There you go. That's why he's here, and we'll talk about the other use of VAR in just a few moments. Peter, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I really want to talk about the goalkeeper. Obviously, the goal is going to be the photo on the back pages of all the papers, but 27 years ago yesterday, Peter Schmeichel won his first FA Cup trophy.
Wow.
Now his son picks one up. Special.
Special moment. Again, it must be difficult being the son of probably, arguably, the best Premier League goalkeeper. I've played against his dad, and he just made the goal look so small. But Kasper's doing the same again now. You know, and you look at it, he's won the Premier League now, he's won the FA Cup, and arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the league at this moment in time. You know, you look at some of the saves that he's making. This one in particular, phenomenal saves, getting across. Because again, I thought he actually hit the post, but he gets across, gets right down to it, and tips it onto the post. Another one here. This one was amazing because again, to get your hand to it first, and then to actually tip it around the post, another great save.
I think Leicester fans will be talking about that save in particular for many, many years to come, because as soon as it left Mason Mount's boot, that was a goal. He struck it beautifully. Yeah. But I think Kasper Schmeichel, as you know, he's made his own path. He's been in his dad's huge shadow, but what a career he's had, and what a talent.
And you played with a few goalkeepers who were more than just goalkeepers. They were leaders. They set the tone in the dressing room and at the club, and he does that as captain.
I think you can see that in him. He's a leader. He's a mature young guy. He's somebody who's grown up in football. He understands what it means to get to places like this, what it takes mentally, and you can see that. I mean, 2 moments. You can make saves all game. You can keep making saves, but when you're not ultimately busy for the whole 90 minutes, but you asked 2 times in the game to come up, and he came up trumps.